Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning. A cold front sinking south through the area this morning. It brought a little round of some light snow, a little dusting of snow for parts of the area this morning. Behind it, the big story, though, is the winds. The winds are cranking up. It is a little bit colder behind the front. It's not going to be a dramatic drop in temperatures, but the problem is the wind chill will drop because the winds are going to be getting stronger, and they've already gotten stronger for some behind that front. So as we play things out for today, we'll go through this morning first. The cold front continues pushing south. The north-northwest winds cranking up 15 to 25 plus mile per hour winds. Gusts maybe at times over 35 miles per hour. And it's going to stay on the cold side. We might sneak in a little bit of sun later on today here, but there still is a chance of maybe a little smattering of flurries here and there. We'll continue to clear up the skies tonight, and with that happening, we're going to see cold temperatures out there, and the winds don't truly die down. They'll be a little lighter, but still breezy overnight, and so with those breezy west and northwest winds, wind chill values are going to be very cold tomorrow morning. Tomorrow looks like the sunshine returns for the area. Still breezy, still cold out there for your Friday. And then Friday night, a few clouds start to move in from the north as yet another cold front, a backdoor cold front, comes in from the north and northeast. This one just kind of reinforces the cold air in place. It'll keep it in place for another day on Saturday, although this front right here will eventually stall out and then move away from us to the east as a warm front, and that's when we finally start to warm things up next week. So temperatures later on today, and really these are your official highs for today, not just later on today. Highs mid to upper 20s, low to mid 30s. That said, many of us could be colder later on today. Let's play out future temperature product here again, and let's go back to about 7 o'clock here. So let's play this out, and again, with the cold front coming through, temperatures dropping, maybe climbing a little bit as the day goes on, but overall, we're just not going to see a ton of movement with the temperatures. It's just that it's going to feel very cold. Wind chill values down in the teens for many of us because of the strong winds. Tonight, then, we'll fall back into the single digits and lower teens, but with winds still breezy, wind chills will likely be below zero for much of the area. Tomorrow, another cold day out there, upper 20s and lower 30s, and with wind still breezy, it's going to feel quite cold out there as well. Tomorrow night, not quite as cold as Friday morning, so Friday night into Saturday morning, teens for overnight lows. And then your Saturday, another chilly day out there. You see 20s up to the northeast, 30s for most of us, maybe a few low 40s in the southwest. And speaking of Saturday, we do have the final Husker home game of the year. Doesn't look to be a real pleasant one out there. It's going to be in the 20s and lower 30s during the game. The winds are going to be still pretty strong out of the northwest. So those winds blowing the way they will be. Wind chills down in the teens for the most part. So at least the sun will be shining. That's the only good thing about that. But if you do have plans to head to Memorial Stadium for the game, just plan on bundling up. It is going to be quite cold. Well, let's look at the rest of your forecast for the Tri-Cities area. Again, the next 3 days, not very nice, but then it gets better. Still quite breezy on Sunday, this time a southwesterly wind, which will help us get into the lower 50s. Low 50s again Monday and Tuesday, plenty of sunshine. And then maybe a little cooler now for Wednesday. It does look like we'll cool down a bit as we do have a storm system crossing the plains Wednesday into Thursday, and that will bring some extra clouds and maybe a little bit of a cool down. As for moisture chances, that's a little bit iffy right now for mainly Wednesday night into Thursday. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But let's look at the long-range temperature trends. Again, that brief cool down, Wednesday into Thanksgiving Thursday, and then back up to around 50 or so for Friday and Saturday here, as it looks like the warmer weather will kind of stick around through Thanksgiving weekend. So that'll be some good news to keep the nicer weather, the nicer temperatures back in play here heading towards the final few days of November. So a couple of the long-range models here. I'm going to fast forward this. Let's jump ahead to Wednesday of the next week here. So this is Wednesday morning of next week. As I mentioned, more clouds around, not much moisture until May, and this is the European forecast model. Wednesday night into Thursday, and then there's Thursday night. It looks like the bulk of the heavier precipitation, according to the European model, stays to our east. So we just have kind of a small chance of rain, basically, Thanksgiving Thursday. And then Friday into Saturday, things dry out again, and we'll start to warm back up. The GFS model, I'm also going to jump ahead to Wednesday right here. Again, more clouds around. This one does hint at a little bit of snow up to the northwest, but then the bulk of the moisture off to our east. So we don't get much. And then that one actually keeps some moisture around into Friday as well here. So forecast models aren't really in agreement right now that far out yet. So that's why there's not a whole lot of confidence in the forecast beyond Tuesday of next week, really. So we'll kind of stick with the forecast we have for now, and we'll make adjustments as we get a little bit closer, because I know it is important, for travel and things like that. How are things looking for Thanksgiving and the weekend after as well, because that is important for folks that will be traveling. So, all right, well, with that, that's about all I have to show you for today, but I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, stay warm out there. Stay out of the wind if you can, as much as you can out there for today. Drive safe. If you do happen to encounter a little bit of that little dusting of snow this morning, if you are driving on that, just drive a little careful out there this morning. And again, I'll see you all again on Friday morning to wrap up this week. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye.